what's amazing is I make a video about my opinion about a price on radio, prices on radios, quality on radios, stuff like that. Boy, and the fanboys just come out of the woodwork to defend different things, and they basically just try and get really nasty. And, or they act like I'm complaining because I want to buy a radio. If you guys looked around here, I've got a lot of radios. I got even more in boxes. And I'm not really a fan of new radios, so I'm pretty covered. I mean, I've got more than I deserve probably. So anyway, let's just leave that one alone. I am not looking for a new radio. I'm not looking to buy a 7610. I've owned two 7300s. The first one broke on me in a couple of months, and it was the USB port from doing FT8. And ICOM were complete pricks on the phone to me, and the guy was like basically just blaming and blaming and blaming. The other times that I've dealt with ICOM have been very similar. And, the other time that I ordered some parts from ICOM, I needed to buy. I bought these two radios for $700 each, and the PBT knob here, it was busted off, and I couldn't find one anywhere else. ICOM had it for like $4 or $5, right? And you couldn't just call up and order it. You had to wait until they invoiced you, and they'd send you an email, and then they send you this email, and they're like, okay, it's $4.79 or something like that for this dual pot, whatever. It's a dual like encoder, and you're gonna pay $25 shipping. And I'm thinking, well, it's probably next day air. No, that thing took 10 days to get here from Washington to Arizona, and there was no tracking. There was no nothing. Another friend ordered the legs for a 7800. He ordered a pair of them. It took him like a month to get a hold of them, another month to send it, and then when they finally sent it, there was only one leg in the package, but they charged him for both. So anyway, my point is that the opinions that I express on this channel are my opinions. I'm the one that made this channel and started it from scratch. And if you don't like my opinion, you just spin the knob. You don't have to sit here and listen to me carry on. Okay? You don't have to listen to me and what I think. I'm not anybody special. This is just my hobby, something that I do. I like making videos. I like helping other people. I like sharing my thoughts with other people. It's called freedom of speech, which is something that's pretty restricted anymore. So, and every time that you attack my freedom of speech on here to say what I want with stupid little comments, you're just adding to the problem. If you said something and I was to sit here and attack what you had to say, you would be upset, okay? So, and I think one of the biggest things that really should happen is that if you're not a subscriber, you shouldn't be able to even comment anyways. I mean, because then that means that everybody that just like randomly sees one of my videos pop up in their feed that's probably not a ham operator, can, read it and go, oh, this guy's stupid or something, whatever, and leave a comment. So I really think that YouTube should give the option to where like you could like control your channel to where like only subscribers can comment. And I think that there might be a way to do that. In the past, I was actually getting a lot of spam, and I actually turned the comments off for a really long time. And, it's kind of like, well, that's part of the deal is as hams, we're trying to share stuff with each other. And, without the comments, then it wouldn't be what it is. But the thing is, we don't really need the negative comments either. So, I mean, all these people that, have some, like, one idiot, it was like, hey, you're tuning up on those guys with 5 watts on AM. Yeah, those guys are waiting for me to get on the radio. And they're not going to hear me with a 5-watt carrier tuning my tuner to a compromised antenna. But it was, oh, shame on you. You should have your license taken away and all this other stuff. It's like, stay in your own lane, piss in your own backyard, I'm not out here jamming people. I'm not out here causing harmful interference. And, why don't you go bother those people, So what I've found is that there's all these people, they just really can't stand it when somebody doesn't think the way that they do. So they're like, oh, we need to cancel them. Oh, they shouldn't be able to talk. Oh, oh my God, these people, they're terrible. They don't agree with me. What the hell is wrong with them? There's so many damn people in the world. There's no way that we're all going to get along. And look at the world. Look at how bad it is. And if you really pay attention, you'll probably be able to realize that our government and other entities higher up are actually trying to divide and conquer, okay? And that's not like a paranoid delusion. They've got everybody into politics, which is basically fake professional wrestling, okay? Okay, everybody watches professional wrestling, but we know it's fake, okay? Yes, people do get hurt. Well, politics is kind of the same way, in my opinion. It's everybody for themselves, and a fake party over here and a fake party over here, and they're all just dirty scum, okay? So I'm not for one thing or the other, okay? And I believe that our government is being controlled by people outside of our country, possibly even China. So that's my opinion, and if you don't like it, then we probably don't have anything in common, okay? And that's okay. So, but you don't have to leave, silly comments about, how you disagree with me and how I must be stupid. And, I mean, there's people that think the earth is flat, okay? But, you're going to go on their channel and argue with them? I mean, you can if you want. But I just think it's like, can we just focus our energy on positive things instead of silly stuff? When I point out a price on a radio, it's to inform you guys. It's not because I want to buy that radio. It's because that I feel like if I go click on an HRO ad, particularly the one that was in my email address, where it said it showed the radio, and it said what was it? Let me see if I can find one on here. It said, geez, you gotta dig for it. Okay. Anyway, it said $10.49 in the email, and it was a clickable link in the email, which opens their page, and then immediately goes to their page where it does not say $10.49. And yeah, if you read all the fine print and you go and you put the item in your basket, it will tell you, what it's going to cost. But there's numerous times I went to HRO and I bought a radio, and I walked out of there thinking the price looked a little funny, because I'm very good at noticing those type of things. And I got home and looked at the receipt and saw, oh, well, okay, they charged this much, and they put tax on all of this amount, and then they took off the discount. But see, they don't really want to tell you that, because then it doesn't look like such a good deal. It's like, here, this coax cable is $59.95. Oh my God, that's under $60. Yeah, that's over $60 when you add the tax. But see, to the average consumer, $59.99 looks better than $60. And so they think they're saving something when it's only a nickel. And it's just, it's conditioning, and it's how that they like to do things. So, now I don't know how R&L Electronics gets away with it, but they do not charge tax to anybody anywhere, unless maybe you live in their state of Ohio. My friend bought a 710 from them. It was cheaper than HRO to start with. At that time, it was like, I don't know, I think it was like $8.59, and there was no tax, no nothing, and then HRO. Also with HRO, you can't take anything back. You are stuck with it. You have 24 hours. And if you really have like a problem in the first 24 hours, you might get a full refund, okay? If in the first week that you have a problem with something, you will get a 15% restocking fee. So I paid cash for an $891 Yaesu, and I didn't like it. And 2 days later, I tried to return it, because the old manager at the store used to take returns like that, and they had this new guy. And he said, I can't take it back, blah, blah, blah. If I do, it'll be a 15% restocking fee. Why don't you try and sell it? I'm like, dude, I bought the thing 2 days ago. I don't want it. Okay? And so I paid cash. So they said, well, we can't we don't have the money you're going to have to figure something else out. We can mail you a check. I'm like, I came down there with my hard-earned money and I paid you for the damn radio, and I want to return it, and you're going to take 15% of my money and you're going to give me my money back. And like, oh, we don't have it. So one of the guys in the store was like, look, come here. You know, he just told me, he says, just call Bob Ferrero in the Anaheim store. And I called Robert and I got him on the phone. He was a really, really nice guy, super cool guy. And he called that store, and it must have been 15 minutes later, that store was calling me, telling me to come down, and they didn't waive anything, but they had my money. And so, and it was like, he was backpedaling. He was, because he told me he didn't have the money, but he did. Oh, he's found some money and blah, blah, blah. Sure he did. So, that's kind of one experience with them. So I know you can't take anything back, but when Mike from Anaheim used to work at the store with his wife, Laura, they were really cool. If you had a legit reason why you just didn't like the radio, he wanted you to be happy because he knew you were probably going to buy something else. And so he'd just give you your money back, you know? And, I did that like maybe 2 times. I bought the FT70 Yaesu digital handheld, and they're just like killing the battery super fast. So I took it back, and they were cool about it. Anyway, so, but my point is that there's just an awful lot of these people that just get on here, and they just don't have anything nice to say, and I don't know what their deal is, you know? It's usually some liberal from California, and, you know, who's got like big money and can afford whatever radio he wants, and he doesn't understand, you know, because he either has never had to work hard all of his life or inherited his money from mommy and daddy or, you know, somebody, and so they're just they don't understand, and they just spout off all the time because, you know, they've spent all their life spouting off, and, you know, no repercussions, especially with the internet. So it is what it is. So if you're going to post a stupid comment, I'm just going to delete it, okay? I'm not even going to give you the time of the day. I'm not going to reply to you. You know, you can do whatever the hell you want. You can, you know, call up the FCC. You can call up YouTube, you know, whatever floats your boat. But I would suggest that before you think about saying something stupid, just go ahead and watch somebody else's channel. Obviously, you're offended, and there's no reason to continue interacting here, okay? So anyway, to the rest of you guys are all awesome, and I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for watching.